we are not going to launch today.
9 years since the last launch of astronauts from U.S. soil. And the return to space will have to wait.
There was a concern that if we did launch, it could actually trigger lightning.
But a delay doesn't mean a break. The crew is treating Wednesday's scrapped launch as another rehearsal and preparing for the real deal come Saturday afternoon.
It was a good effort by the teams, and we understand.
But when Doug Hurley and Bob Behnken do launch into orbit, what awaits them at the International Space Station? For one thing, more crew.
He said something about he's looking forward to seeing our ugly mugs on board Space Station, and I don't particularly agree with him on that part.
NASA astronaut Chris Cassidy is already in orbit. He took a trip up on a Soyuz rocket with 2 Russian cosmonauts in April. Now they're doing biological research, including experiments unique to zero gravity, like how foam behaves when gravity doesn't break it down. That could make food processing and cleaning products more efficient. Hurley and Behnken will join the crew already on the orbiting lab for 1 to 4 months to make sure the SpaceX capsule is ready for more crew, more supplies, and a bigger to-do list next time.
Part of it is the flight test of this particular vehicle. Part of it is whoever's coming next, Crew 1, those folks, and when that vehicle will be prepared and ready to go. And then the things that need to be done on board Space Station.
It's a wonder of mankind.
Doug Lavero was overseeing the NASA program sending these astronauts to space until he resigned mid-May. He previously told Newsy his decision had nothing to do with this launch. He shared his unmatched insight about the coming mission.
I began working with SpaceX back in 2007, and we learned together, and we brought them a little bit towards us, and we moved a little bit towards them.
This mission, in a way, marks the beginning of the end for the space station we know. It's currently set to end operations within the next decade.
We've learned so much from that, we can now put that into a new commercial habitat in space.
When companies like SpaceX and Boeing start taking on more at the space station, NASA can start setting its sights elsewhere, say the moon and Mars. But it's not likely private companies just take over the existing ISS.
We will deorbit the space station because we don't want space to get overcrowded. It's a beautiful piece of machinery, but we need to bring it down eventually.
Years down the line, who knows if SpaceX will want to invest in an orbiting lab. It has deep space ambitions too. But one thing is for sure. The relaunch of U.S. astronauts marks the beginning of an even busier phase in American human spaceflight.
Space is one of those things that just kind of unites everyone.
It's nice to see it back.
James Packard, Newsy, Chicago.